Hey everybody, in the previous video we went over the mortgage amortization table and we constructed it. We made calculations regarding how to calculate monthly payments, and with the mortgage amortization table we were able to see that after 30 years of payments the remaining balance was 0. And after that what we did was to construct yet another table, after which we were able to create this chart where it clearly shows that in earlier months most of the payments goes towards making interest payments, and a smaller portion goes towards reducing the principal. But towards the end of the mortgage payments, towards the end of the maturity, more of the payments are going towards reducing the principal and a smaller amount towards the interest. All right, so what we will do next is to look into this number, namely the monthly payments, in a more careful way. And in particular, what I have in mind is, obviously it's clear that our tables are dynamic. If I change this number to say 4.5%, what if the interest rate wasn't 5.25%, but what if it was 4.5%? As soon as I press enter, we see that the table is automatically updated with the monthly payments now only $1,009.32, simply because the interest rate is smaller than what it was. Or similarly, if the years wasn't 30, but what if it was 20 years only? Again, monthly payments went up because now you need to pay off the loan in a shorter period of time. Now what I want is, instead of each time changing these cells manually and recording the results elsewhere, what I will do is I will construct another table which will change two parameters at the same time, namely this one, the interest rate, and the years to payment. And so this way you give me the combination of those variables and I can tell you exactly what my monthly payments will be, rather than recalculating the whole thing. So what I did is I went ahead and constructed this so far. This is a layout that I will be using. So let me just go ahead and add some borders, I guess, and there you go. All right, so what I did is, like I said, if the years to paying the loan wasn't fixed at 30, but what if it was changing? So if it was 5 years or 10 years and so on. And similarly, if interest rate was not necessarily 5.25%, but what if it was a different number? What would have been the answer? So the outcome here will be the payments. All right, so we will get out of this monthly payments. All right, so what I will do to create that is the following. I will construct what is called as a data table. All right, so this is a data table in the Excel language, and it's very easy to construct. So what will be inside these cells? It will be the payments. Depending, you give me the interest rate, how many years you want to pay off the loan, and I can tell you exactly what will be your monthly payment. So we want to construct a table like that. So if you want that, so what you need is first to carry that formula over here, equal to that number. Press enter. Okay. Let me add more space because it doesn't seem we have enough space there. There you go. Next is, and let me go ahead and delete this. Okay, so we can see the full table. Next is to enter the numbers here. So using the data table functionality in Excel. So you first select the whole table, which we did. Go to data ribbon, what if analysis, and the data table feature. Now the row represents this, the row 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, or 20 years. So and these are years. In the original calculation, when we calculated this number, we got that from this cell. Does that make sense? And similarly, the column would be these numbers, which is the interest rates, obviously. And we got that from this one. This is the yearly, right? So these are all yearly, not monthly, yearly. All right, and then press OK. That's it. And boom. Now, how do we know these numbers? What do they mean? For instance, what it means is if interest rate was 4.25%, let's test it. If this one was 4.25%, and suppose that we wanted to pay off the loan in 20 years, press 20 here. How much would we be paying? 1,233. Let's see if it is the same number here. Yep, it is $1,233.52. Earlier, remember that the numbers were 30 years and 525. If you checked it here, it would have been exactly 1099.99. So this table gives you the monthly payments. If you were to change years or interest rates, you don't have to each time plug in different values and let the Excel recalculate. It already gives you the whole thing here. Is there another way to do it? Yes. If you don't want to use data table functionality in Excel, which I thought it was just one click away, right? It was so easy. Alternatively, you can write formulas, which is again straightforward. Let me just go ahead and do that, but a little bit more work, obviously. Data table is a great feature, obviously. So let's just delete that and delete this number here. So what we want here is the equal to. So the payment is here, right? But I want to recalculate it. So let me just do it. So payments, so the rate will be taken from this. Do you guys see that? The number of periods will be taken from that. The present value will not change. It will be the amount of the loan. So I will press function F4 or F4 depending on the machine you have, and then we will pay off the whole loan. Close the parenthesis, press enter. Now, maybe a little bit more space, I guess. All right, so wow, so the number is, wait, was it the number earlier? I didn't pay attention what the number was showing earlier, but that must be, oh, wait, that's definitely not true. I forgot to divide by 12, right? So the first number in the formula was rate. So I was supposed to divide that rate by 12. Sorry for that. Now it should be the correct. Okay, that the rate divided by 12. Oh, sure. Again, another silly mistake. And the years must be multiplied by 12, right? So silly me. Okay, let's do it. So the second number was the years, but we want monthly, right? So multiply it by 12. There you go. Okay, now it should, okay, that's correct now. All right, now what we want is to be able to drag it down all the way, right? Let's see if it's successful. Oh my gosh, making a lot of mistakes. So why mistakes? So when you think about it, when you compare it with the next cell, press F2 to go inside the cell, you realize that we did use the correct interest rate. However, we did use the wrong number of periods. Do you see that number of periods? The second one, it was supposed to be fixed at here, and instead, as we dragged it down, it kept moving. So we want to remedy that. So let's go back, delete that. Okay, so function F2. What I will do is to use dollar signs. Either I will put a dollar sign in the front or in the back of a letter. So because interest rate is in this column, I think I want to fix the row. I think I should be putting the dollar sign here. And you can always make a mistake. Don't worry about it. You can do it again next time. And I need to put a dollar sign over here. Let's see if this thing works. So I will just drag it and see if, okay, it seems to be working. Let me check. So press F2, function F2. So E5 is this number. Yes. F3 is still this one. Hey, that seems to be working. And finally, select this whole thing and then double click all the way here. Let's see if it works. Yes, 1099.99 is correct. Suppose that this one was a 20. The number came out as 1342. 1342, it seems correct. And let's change this one to 3%. 3%, 20 years, this number 110476. Yes, it worked. So the dollar sign in the front and in the back, if you put two dollar signs, one in the front, one in the back, then it fixes that cell. If you put $1 sign in the front for the rate, we did that. We wanted to fix the row component. So this was the fix, well, or if you want, the column was fixed, and we wanted to the numbers to float for these interest rates. All right, so you can practice that. But I thought that data table is much simpler than trying to come up with the formulas one more time. So yeah, so that was a good application. So you guys can now see how to change different variables and then keep getting the same things, monthly payments in this example. It turns out that data tables are extremely useful. No wonder Excel added this under the what if analysis. These are the three, especially with Scenario Manager. Data table and Scenario Manager are just great tools to analyze the results basically. All right, so hope to see you guys in our next lecture.